Hey, what's going on, gamers? It's Doctor Redstone signing into another episode on the channel. Man, it is so good to be here and be hanging out with you guys. In today's video, we're going to be doing let's call this an ultimate guide to heroic mode. I'm going to be going over my probably top tips and tricks and everything like that to make sure you guys can take full advantage of heroic mode. So make sure and watch the video all the way through. If you guys knew everything, make sure and smash that like button. If you guys have any suggestions or anything like that, make sure and put those down in the comments below. If I missed anything, definitely try and help this community out. Without further ado, cue that intro. Bah!
Right now. Trying to make dreams come true right now. Right now, yeah.
Alrighty, gamers, and jumping on into this one. So we do have heroic mode, of course. Now the armors have been buffed. The armors are okay, they're definitely something. If you don't have them and you need them, make sure and go ahead and grab them. Heroic mode hasn't changed in a whole. It's not any harder, it's not any easier, anything like that. So if you guys definitely need the armors, make sure and take advantage of grabbing those ones. First and foremost, the one thing that I do want to talk about is knowing what to go into battle with. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video as well. But we have a couple different armors here. Let's go and get that pulled up. We have, so we've got two different lines of armors here, So we got this top row right here, and they have all over 10,000 in attack, all of them over 10,000 in defense, except for the Hydro. Pretty darn close though. So they all have over 10,000 attack, defense, and they're all over 1,000 in health. That's what you're gonna want if you're gonna want to be able to take out, probably go and get a heroic plus or something like that. Now the bottom row there, now I know I don't have ring and ambulance and stuff like that for those ones, but those are going to be kind of what a lower level account is going to look like. You're going to have those three armors right there. You should be able to probably get a regular version. You might not be able to get the plus, but you could at least get the regular version with armors such as those. Just want to give you guys an idea of what you guys should be looking for before you guys go ahead and get into heroic mode. There it goes. Screen went black again. All right, and with that being said, we're going to jump into the next one. The biggest thing that you guys are going to want to make sure you guys have is a pet with Shatter Shield. Now, I don't know if you can do heroic mode without a Shatter Shield pet. Definitely let me know down in the comment below if you guys have ever tried to do heroic mode without Shatter Shield. But having Shatter Shield is definitely, it's the best ability in the game as of right now. So make sure you guys take advantage of having one of those guys. Alright, and the next thing that I do want to go over is your friend's health. Now, this isn't a big thing in the game because most people that go through and do heroic mode make sure that they have decent armors, such as the top row that we went over in the beginning of the video. But if you don't have quite those armors, or you don't have rings and amulets and stuff like that, this is definitely going to be something that you want to pay attention to. So we're going to go and jump into this battle real quick for heroic mode. Now I have my best knight here with the ring and the amulet sitting at 1467 HP, which is pretty dang good if you were to ask me. Let's go ahead and go into next. We're going to go over to higher friends, and we're going to go ahead and take my buddy. There's too many people to choose from. We're going to take Mother's Finest just because. And we're going to go next. So now you guys can see my health 1467. Mother's Finest health is 1557. In relative terms, your health determines your friend's health. So if I go back and I go ahead and take off maybe one of these rings right here, let's go ahead and take this off and jump back into it. You can see Mother's Finest health is 1357 instead of 1557. So now I don't know the exact stats or anything like that, but you want to definitely make sure that you guys have an armor or something like that that is pretty high in health, because you don't want to take your friends into battle and not have them to their full potential, especially with Shatter Shield and everything like that, because you guys know in this game, friends can carry you from start all the way to finish. Now, speaking of friends' health, most of you guys know this, but the friends' health glitch, trick, whatever you guys want to call it, when you guys go into battle and your main knight is completely toast, and then your friend goes into battle and he goes down below half health or a certain percentage of that, if you are able to survive that round and come back the next round, your friend will automatically go back up to half health or whatever it may be. Looks like it's typically about half health on the meter bar. So if you guys know exactly how much that is, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. Maybe it might be the standard 607, maybe it might be half health. I'm not exactly sure, but make sure and use that glitch to your guys' advantage. One thing you guys can see right on up over there, that is my experience bar. And what I really use that one for is I typically go into battle with my bar looking like this, maybe a little bit less XP depending upon what level that I go into. So then when I go into battle and I gain XP through that stage, I hope to level up right on the last stage, right before the last stage. Then all my knights are going to level up, they're going to heal completely, and it's going to go ahead and take me through the full round, not having to use any friends or anything like that. Now, speaking of that same trick, a lot of people, if you have lower level accounts or your armors look like the bottom row in the beginning of this video, you're going to want to do something that I call as a level grind. You're going to be able to take your best 3 knights and maybe go ahead and get through a stage. Maybe you're going through the first 6 stages or something like that. Then you're going to want to go ahead and jump into Kingdom of Darkness over here and jump into battle. So as you're going through into battle with 1 knight, you should be able to take this one out, fairly easily. You should be able to do this one 10 to 12 times or anything like that. And if you are able to do something like that, use your 3 best knights, get through 1 stage, or 2 knights, get through a stage. Do it again if you can with another 2 knights, and then use those last 2 knights to come over here and level up. Okay, once you level up, again, your knights are going to heal completely, and then you guys can take those 2 knights and 2 knights again, go through and beat that stage. Guess what? With 1 level up, you just went through halfway through 1 heroic mode stage. Just like that. Blacking out again. If somebody knows how to fix this, please let me know down in the comment section below. Driving me crazy. All right, this next one, many of you guys know this one because I always talk about it and I always try and give you guys reminders. It's using 19 friends on day 1 of heroic mode, and this is exactly how you do it. So heroic mode typically starts about 11 a.m. for me. Typically on Tuesday, 11 a.m., heroic mode starts. Friends reset in 23 hours, not exactly a full day. So typically what's going to happen Monday around maybe 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., I'm going to go ahead and use 1 friend, giving me 9 more friends to use between 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, depending upon when I do it. Now, if I can't do it within that small time frame, maybe I'll use it around 4 or 5 or anything like that. And that's going to go ahead and allow me to use 19 friends day 1 of heroic mode, and you can knock out a bunch of stages when you guys are able to take 19 friends with you in day 1. Now, if you guys don't know before or taking advantage of this trick, you guys definitely should start to do so. Now, this is going to be talking about, boom, potions right up there. Make sure you guys maximize those potions to the most. Maximize them to the max, whatever. Utilize them the best that you can. Now, a lot of people, you'll see that right there. You'll just go ahead and tap, boom, use a potion, no big deal. Now, this isn't much HP, but when you're dealing with some other things, 1441, that's a lot more HP. Instead, go through, unequip the ring, unequip the amulet, go ahead and use your potions, everything like that. Get leveled up to the 600 or 450 health if you're using your other knights, and then go ahead and put on the ring and the amulet, because that ring and the amulet is going to carry it over. So instead of using 6 to go ahead and get this one healed up, or instead of using 14 to get it healed up with the ring and amulet, you're only using 6. You can go ahead and use that trick twice, 2.5 times, whatever like that. You're going to make sure and have a lot more potions in the long run. Now, speaking of potions and health regeneration, everything like that, if you guys didn't know, Knights and Dragons Knights heal at 3 HP every single minute. So in turn, that's going to be 180 HP every single hour. So keep that one in mind when you're going into battle or anything like that. So typically, like this one right here, about 607 health. Or if I were to put the ring and amulet on there, if I were to go into battle, every hour I'd get 180 HP. So if I needed to come back and go ahead and do another battle or anything like that, I wanted to wait for my knight to completely regenerate. Knowing that 180 HP every hour is going to help me figure out exactly how long it's going to take for my knights to heal all the way. Maybe you can set a timer. You look at the time, it's 1 o'clock. It's going to take 5 hours for my knights to heal up. I'm going to need to jump back into the game at 6 o'clock, go through, finish this stage, get through to the next one. My knights are going to be completely at 0 again. Then at 11 o'clock, right before I go to bed, I'm going to go into battle again with my knights fully healed. Then I can go through that next stage and everything just like that. Another thing that I always talk about is these two stages right there. That's the ring and the amulet stages. Now, a lot of times what I always use is the gem trick, where it costs you 5 gems to go ahead and level up. Typically now I only use them on the Kingdom of Darkness or the Haunted Citadel. Those are the ones that I usually use them on. But the way that it works is you go into battle, and let me know if this still works down in the comments below. Maybe it might have been revamped. I know that they fixed it once upon a time, but it's still there. Typically what will happen is you'll go into battle, and the first time you regen your knights, it's going to cost you 5 gems, okay? You go into battle, and then the next time that you do it, it's going to cost you 7 gems. Or 9 gems maybe, I can't remember. But if you back out, you take that defeat, and then you jump back into it, guess what? Your friends are going to go back to half health at least. And then you guys can go ahead and go through the battle. You'll lose before you defeat that wave or that round, whatever you want to call it. And instead, using 5 gems to go ahead and heal instead of 7 or 9 or anything like that, okay? So those gems, you guys know, gems are always important in this game. You guys want to have and keep as much as possible. So making sure you're using the least amount of gems in the long run is definitely going to help you out in this game. One thing many people don't realize is this one right here. One thing that's definitely underutilized that many people don't know is you guys can go and use that stage. Take 375 because of the stupid blacking out of the screen. One thing a lot of people don't realize is you can do this stage up to 8 times. You're not going to go and get 8 rings, but you will get heroic mode keys. I think it's like 16 per key. Maybe it's 12 on this stage and 16 on the next one. So you guys can go and do that 8 times and get all those keys right there, taking it on over to heroic mode chest, cashing that in and getting a whole bunch of gold. Now, I don't know how many people use that trick. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys use that to get a whole bunch of heroic mode keys. I definitely don't need the gold sitting at 163 million, but if you're actually helping to grow your family in this game, you will need gold to help level up those guilds and everything like that. So if you're trying to develop your guild and you need gold, definitely make sure and take advantage of this trick right here. One of the most underutilized tricks or tips or whatever in heroic mode is your friend's armor swap, okay? Now you guys can go into battle. Typically Haunted Citadel or Kingdom of Darkness is going to be the one that you guys want to go ahead and use this trick on. You guys are going to go into battle. You guys are going to go through and we're going to go ahead and just do epic for now. We're going to go into battle with this one right here, and we're going to go ahead and take one of our friends. We're going to go ahead and take Tedda. Now, one thing that you guys want to do is make sure and get a hold of Ted and say, hey man, I'm looking to use you for the next 20 to 30 minutes. Are you going to be able to use your account? Or if you're going to do it for a long span, you're going to take advantage of that 180 HP per hour. You're going to want to make sure and let him know that, hey, is it okay if I can use you for the next day or 2.5 days, depending upon how long it's going to take you. Now, you're going to jump into battle with something like this. I'm not going to go and use them because we're probably going to do a live stream maybe later tonight using my friends and everything like that. So we're going to jump into battle. We're going to use him. I'm going to get a hold of Tedda online app and everything like that. And I'm going to say, hey, Tedda, instead of that armor that you had, can you go and swap that over to something else? He's going to go and swap that armor, and then we're going to go into battle with something like this, okay? So each and every time you just want to back out, close your game all the way, make sure they give you the okay, jump back into the game, and you're going to be good to go. Now, I know that this one has probably been a little bit of a longer video. If you guys knew all the tips, make sure and smash that like button. If you didn't know all the tips, make sure and smash that like button. Either way, smash the like button. If you have tips for anybody else, make sure and put those ones down in the comments below. I'll make sure and pin that one so that everybody knows the most that they need for heroic mode and being able to take full advantage of it. That's going to be everything for me. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure and smash that like button. Definitely helps me out more than you know. If you have any questions or suggestions, make sure and put those down in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe before you go. This is Dr. Redstone signing out. Thanks, YouTube. Peace.